All right, change color. Okay. Today's March 27th. My father passed away on March 27th. So we're doing a segment for him and for it's Easter this weekend. So that's what we're doing. So I'm 20 years old. I'm going to college in Toronto. I am taking a business course, a mathematics course, a sanitation course, and then I'm taking a pastry chef, cook, and 3 shop courses to do with that. I come home every weekend for, do my laundry and just stay home on the weekends in London. And I go to school in Toronto. I'm in college, like I said. So this is the weekend before Easter. I came back and my father says, I've got some bad news for you. My dad had a best friend that they came over from Italy together, and they got married in Italy and came here, and he had a kid about my age. We were good friends, and this is the bad news my dad's got to tell me. That's what I'm talking about, this child that my dad's best friend had. Anyway, he was going to school in London, I was going to school in Toronto. And I guess on the way to he liked to play soccer. He was a little bit better than me. I was a good soccer player, and he got into a car accident before he got to his practice. Don't quote me on that because I can't remember 100% if it was before or after he went to a soccer practice, but that's where he was going. I think it was a Tuesday night. So I get here on Friday night, the weekend before Easter, and my father goes to me, I have bad news for you. His son got into a car accident. He's in a coma. He's been in a coma for almost 4 days now. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. And he asked me if there's anything I can do about it. I said, Dad, I don't know, but I can try. Now, what I do know at this time is there's 5 elements. You've got fire, you've got water, you've got wind, and you've got earth. The 5th element is love. Now, I didn't love this guy. He's we've known each other since we were kids, social events, Christmas, all that kind of stuff. We all hanged out together and stuff. But really not, super, super close like that. But I love my dad. And I knew that he asked me if I could get him out of this at home. So I said, Dad, well, it's Friday night, and I'm going to need time to do this. If we can do it next week, then I have a 4-day weekend, because I'll be out on Thursday, and I don't have to go back till Tuesday. Because it's going to take a lot of energy to do this. And the one element I'm going to use is the love for my dad. If he's still in a coma by the time I come back next week. Sure enough, I get back on Thursday, and my dad says, yeah, he's still in a coma. So I said, Dad, well, I'm going to have to sleep there. And it's just got to be me and him in the room. And you're going to need I'm going to need to put salt on each corner of the room, and the doorway, and the windows. And then a little piece of silver. Now, I was collecting coins at the time, so the silver was easy, the salt is easy. But holy water, everybody goes to church on Good Friday, so I got some holy water there. And so that Friday night, which is Good Friday, I was planning to sleep there. Now, back then, they really didn't have a thing that you couldn't sleep there. Mothers, fathers, even good friends could sleep with their friends if they were really, really sick and they were waiting for them. They even made accommodations for them sometimes. But don't forget, my mom and dad wanted me to keep what I can do quiet as well. So, we all 4, his mom and dad, my mom and dad and myself, 5 of us, went to the hospital. It's Friday night. We requested that I could sleep there. What I didn't know is my mom and dad are waiting out in the hall lobby, and their mom and dad are waiting out in the lobby, and they waited there all night. I didn't know that. But I put the silver, and I put the salt, and I put the holy water. This is because I can astroplane. And if I do these items in a certain spot, use the power of love, and I focus my energy on something I want to do, then I can leave my body and go do whatever it is I'm needed to do. And that's to get this kid, when he's 20 years old, I'm 20 years old, a kid out of a coma. So I'm there, I fall asleep, and I leave my body, and I go into his dream or his night sleep. And what he's doing is he's playing soccer. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? He goes, I'm playing soccer. He goes to me, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Toronto in college. I said, yeah, I had a little bit of extra time. I thought I'd come out and play a game with you. He goes, you never want to play with me because I always beat you. And I said, yeah, that's true. That's probably why I don't want to play with you. I go, I bet you I can beat you today. He goes, there's no way you can beat me today. I'm hot today. I'm like, I don't think so. I can beat you. And I said, listen, if I beat you, will you follow me? I got to take you somewhere. He goes, I'll go anywhere you want to go if you can beat me in this game. I said, okay. So I beat him. And he goes, okay, where are we going? I says, come on. Then all of a sudden a room appeared in the middle of the field. He's like, what is this? I go, you said you'd follow me anywhere. You gave me your word. Because I did. So he followed me into this room. There was a white light and everything. All of a sudden he woke up in the hospital. He's like, what happened? All I was doing was playing soccer with you. And then all of a sudden I went through this room with a white light. And I walked up in the hospital. I woke up in the hospital. I said, listen, man, you got into a car accident about 12 days ago. You've been in a coma since. You got a broken arm, a fractured skull, and 3 broken ribs. Gee, I don't feel the greatest. I says, well, it's Easter. He goes, holy shit, that was 2 weeks ago. I go, almost 2 weeks ago, yeah. And we can't tell anybody about this because my parents would get really mad at me. And then some lights went off, this went off, and all these things. It wasn't that much really, but my parents, his parents rush in, my parents rush in, and they're like, wow, holy moly, and this and that. And I got a minute to tell them, let's not tell them about the dream you had, because people go inside people's dreams, they're going to think it's kind of weird. But I know the only reason this worked is because we knew each other very well. And I had the power of love from my dad. And I think that's the only time I ever did something like that. He's only asked me 2 times in my life to use my abilities. That was one of them. And then he told everybody in the room, we can't tell nobody. And he told me never to do it again, except for another time. Yeah, today's my dad's anniversary, 27th of March. I'm going to go back and forth when we have special events and tell my story a little bit like that, because I think it's the right thing to do. But anyway, I'll talk to you later, Ray.